Okay, this is on the same note as Monday because I get asked this a lot. Am I crazy for wanting the hoover? Where's my hoover? I've actually heard that. Where's my hoover? Why didn't I get a hoover? No. We convince ourselves that if they call, they care. That's why you want a hoover, because you think, oh, that must mean he cares. He called me. At least he got back to me. I'm not getting a hoover, so I meant nothing. He just turned around, walked out the door, and I never saw him again. Thank your lucky stars if that happened. And if that did happen, he could have gone right to a new supply. But more than likely, you nailed the coffin shut, and he knows he's not welcome back here. Insert your own pronoun minus he for a romantic partner, so my stories follow that. We always say insert your own pronoun to make the story your own. We convince ourselves, oh, my phone's ringing. He must... I would answer it. I went through all kinds of levels of no contact. And one of them is you answer if he calls. You don't call him. You don't text him. You don't email him. So you feel you're safe. I'm not contacting him, but he called me. What was I going to do? He sounded alone. I picked up the phone. Okay? Here's the thing, you guys. If it is a non-disordered individual and they're calling you, then yes, that probably means they care. A non-disordered, I mean a healthy-minded person, okay? Not narcissism, not a personality disorder, okay? Non-toxic. That could definitely be. And that's the person you do want to hear from. You had a thing, you want to know he still cares, or she, right? But no, that is not why the narcissist is hoovering. They'll say they care and that's why they're calling you. But that is not why they're calling you. You guys, I'm here to tell you, you really, 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 really don't want the hoover. Because the danger of the hoover is that you could get sucked back in. No matter how strong you might feel. You could get triggered by their voice. You could get triggered by charm they turn on. You could get triggered if they tell you a joke. I'll never forget the scene. Amanda Pete's on the bed. She's playing Betty Broderick in that Dirty John series. I made some videos a couple of years on it. And her ex-husband says a joke and he has her laughing. They're already apart. But that's all it took. Now he knows, well, she doesn't really hate me. She's laughing. He got supply from that. She gave him supply by taking the call, by laughing and whatever. Okay, fine. The thing is, you guys, it's not because they care that they call. They're needing something from you. When a hoover happens, they need something. Their actions are not motivated by what they think you might need or what they think would make you feel better. If they're trying to gain you, then yes. So the hoover, they're going to say all the things that they think make you better as a manipulation. But they're not in their heart going, I really love Renee. Poor thing, I put it through the ringer. Here I come back. I'm healthy now, Renee. I really want to be with you. They will say all of that. They will sell it. They will make you believe them. I'm telling you that if you've assessed that your person is disordered in this way, narcissistic, toxic, dysfunctional, you are not the person on their mind when they're coming back to you with this hoover. It is not something you want in your life. It keeps them in front of your face. It keeps you seeing them, hearing them, smelling them. Those are all going to be triggers if you were in love with this person. Why am I nuts for wanting this hoover? Am I nuts for wanting this narcissist to hoover me? You're not nuts. Not at all. It's very understandable. But I'm trying to point out to you, you want it because you think that's going to prove that he cared for you. You think that the no calls after me, how did he just walk away from me and not ever turn back around? That's what I meant to him. The narcissist that never turns back around and the narcissist that hoovers, those people meant the same in both cases. We don't mean a lot to them, otherwise they would not have mistreated us the way that they did. The hoover is not indicative that they care. The hoover is not indicative that we're more important than their other ex, that they're not hoovering, that you think they're not hoovering. How do you know what they're doing? How do you know what they're doing? I looked at mine's phone. He gave it to me. Here you go. Triangulation, because there were a million things in there. Reach outs to all different people. Told me right out, never get rid of anyone's phone number. I don't burn any bridges. That's why, you guys. Because they are trying to reach out to anyone that will answer them. That is not a hoover that you want. That is not the phone call. I would rather my phone not ring. I would rather my email not get bleeped or have an email come in, right? I would rather not. And the reason you would rather not is because when they come at you with a hoover, nothing but unhealthy things can follow. I know many of you it's happened to, and it happened to me. How about a hoover? Just look at videos on hoovering and read the comments. You'll see. Hoover, 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 hoover. I got back with him. We had a great night. He told me I was his whole life and loved me. And then 3 days later, now I haven't heard from him in a month. Because when they hoover you, they're just trying to see if you will, if you will answer, if they can get you to talk to them, if you are still available for them if they need you, if you are an active bench warmer, or if you are not. Not getting the hoover anymore means that they have moved on from knowing that you will receive them. It doesn't mean that they don't care for you anymore. They never cared. They never cared. I know it's hard to hear that. I'm so sorry. I'm really sorry. That was really harsh to say if some of you are just now going through this. They don't care like we care. They only have an ability to portray feelings. I know, that's harsh. It's the sad truth. It's the sad truth. You don't want the hoover because from the hoover, only bad things will follow. This is a person that's mistreated you. They've mistreated you. And in any other case on earth, take one thing the narcissist did, you would flatten that. You would flatten the relationship. You would never go near that person again. But we give the narcissist so many chances. The hoover is set up for more pain. I've never one time on this channel or with my clients heard that a hoover landed with a Cinderella story. Not one time. I've had this channel almost 3 years. Not once. The hoover is to see if you'll answer. You are not nuts for wanting it, but I want you to look at it in a different way. You don't want it. It just sucks you back into their world of turmoil, and then they will spit you back out as soon as they have gotten from you what they needed. You provided them a laugh. You provided them a dinner, a coffee date, just enough to get their ego stroked. And boom, now they're off again to the supply with whom they were having a fight that made them hoover you in the first place. You're not nuts for wanting a hoover, but I want you to understand that you're really lucky if you don't get one. And that if you do get one, you should take all of your strength that you have to resist it, not answer them, and keep moving forward. If you've made the decision that they're not good for you, they haven't seen the light, they're not coming to you with, oh, I've learned now. Beware, you guys. And you are not nuts, but try to look at it in a different way. Try to say to yourself, no, I don't want him to contact me. He's of bad character. I don't want my answering machine or voicemail or email or anything being filled up with somebody that has all of these toxic traits. I'd rather not think of them, hear from them, hear their voice, get a message, nothing. You don't want to be triggered by someone that you were in love with. So trust me when I tell you, not getting a hoover is the best thing that can happen to you.